Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Bank Phillies podcast. I'm your host, Pete, along with my co-host here, Henry. What is up, my guy?
What's up?
Uh,
Another loss.
yeah. Today was rough, just bad in general. Um,
Wasn't the best.
no, it wasn't. But
We'll get into it.
yeah, we'll get into it. We're not gonna waste no time here. We're gonna start from the beginning of the week. My picks were pretty close.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. I was hoping I was going to be wrong about this last series, but I wasn't. So we go back to the first game with the Cardinals on Monday, where they won 5-3 in extra innings. And yeah, I mean, they struggled a little bit in that game, but obviously ended up closing it out to get the win.
Yeah, it was definitely it's definitely a little shaky, but
Yeah.
it's a decent win. I mean, it's one that we needed, and I wish we could have had a better middle part of that series, but it just kind of is what it is.
Mhm.
The bats just need to wake up, and
They do.
in St. Louis they weren't playing in the best weather, and I don't like making excuses necessarily, but this weather the last 2 weeks has been god awful.
Terrible.
So it's
Terrible.
just, they can't really catch a break. Like it's like, oh, what, are we gonna play the games? Are we not? It's a lot. It's a lot on the players. But I'm not here to make excuses.
No. Absolutely not. I'm not like anybody else trying to make excuses right now. It's just like let's just be honest. Let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? We're just struggling. So
Yeah.
um I know that game, Spencer Turnbull, he pitched pretty well in that game. And then that was also the game Hoffman struggled in, but ironically ended up getting a W because he, pulled off the win. But and then he redeemed himself a couple games later, of course.
He's been a
And then
solid
yeah,
bullpen piece.
oh yeah,
That
oh
was
yeah,
the
he's
only sign of shakiness, but I
yeah.
mean, he's one of the top guys in our bullpen right now.
For sure, and I that was definitely Rob Thompson experimenting a little bit, trying to put him in the closer position. And honestly, and I know I spoke about it, in one of the early episodes about possibly giving him a chance for the closer. And of course, obviously I would still stand on that, but to be honest with you, if it seems like that he's just fit for a better another role for the bullpen, then I'm okay with that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He doesn't have to be the closer. If we can
Yeah.
depend on somebody like Kirkering or Alvarado or somebody like that, I'm okay with that too. But if that's where he's comfortable at, not closing, then I'm okay with it.
Yeah, yeah. I'd rather have him somewhere where he's comfortable.
Hmm.
And I never thought. I mean, we differed on this a little bit, but I always thought he should be the setup man, like in the maybe seventh or eighth, rather than a ninth inning guy. But I think Kirkring can fall in that ninth inning guy role, in my opinion. I think he's the best one for it.
Absolutely, absolutely. I know in that game too as well. Marsh had another good game, and obviously he's been probably our most recent consistent offensive player right now.
100%, 100%.
It's
For
great to have somebody like him. I'll
it,
say that.
no, it is, and I mean, I'm gonna get into this a little bit later,
Mhm.
but I just don't understand why he's not playing every day.
Yeah.
It's a little much for me. But being 100% real, I didn't expect him to be leading the team in home runs at this point in the season. I know
Me
it's
neither.
early, but I just
Mhm.
didn't expect. He was just never the guy that I expected to lead the team.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey, you know,
I'll
somebody's
take it
got
where I
to
can get it. I'm just saying.
somebody's got to step up on the team. Somebody's got to do it. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
somebody's got to at least give us some type of offense. But moving along to that next game on Tuesday, ended up losing 3-0. And unfortunately, it was another uh, wasted Zach Wheeler performance. And ironically, it happened again today. But it, against the Cardinals, it's just like, it was rough to watch. I'll say that.
I mean, who did he pitch against? Lance Lynn? Is that who it was? Or is
No,
that
it was Sonny Gray that
Sonny
game that
Gray?
we
Okay,
lost. Yeah,
yeah. Sonny Gray's a decent pitcher,
yeah,
but you can't let these guys just walk all over you every time. Like it makes no sense. He's not getting the run support that these other pitchers are getting, and the other pitchers are barely getting any either.
yeah.
Like it's it's rough to watch and rough to listen to because I listen to the radio most of the time when I'm
Yeah,
not at the ballpark. But like, it's rough to listen to, and it's rough, like because deep down that not much is gonna happen the rest of the game. Once they get down 2-0, they're like, ah, get them tomorrow. Like, no, dude, like we're right here, you know.
yeah,
It's like it's the sixth inning. We're down 2-0. This game is far from over, but it seems like they just tend to give up in those kind of spots.
yeah. It's unfortunate to see, and it. Some of the runs that Wheeler's been giving up, obviously, like I'm not gonna like give him too much of a pass because at the end of the day, like he's probably giving up some hits, some walks, and stuff like that. So obviously, he's a little bit of it to blame, but at the same time, it's like he can only do so much, and it comes back to the offense, like giving him support and getting a lead, a good stretch lead to take more pressure off of him.
Give
You
them
know
a
what I'm saying?
four-run lead. Give them
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
just to take a little bit more pressure off of him and have him more comfortable. And it just doesn't seem like he's getting that help right now. And
No, he's not.
unfortunately,
He's not getting it on the defensive end either. They're
yeah,
making constant errors, and it's little like miscues that are losing them these games.
yeah,
Like
it,
it's fundamental baseball IQ kind of stuff that major leaguers should have and should know by heart, but they don't. Like, I mean, today it came to bite him again. Like, it's just rough, man. I don't get it.
yeah, it's just it's very annoying. It's frustrating, man. Like this is just stuff that we talked about before and we saw last year, and they said that they wanted to fix it, and it's still happening, unfortunately.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean I think that's why I'm at the spot I am because they preached about fixing the fundamentals and doing everything else, and then they just didn't.
no.
You know,
So we move off that game, and we went into Wednesday's game, which Nola pitched. Ended up getting a 4-3 win. Nola did okay. He did a little
yeah,
better.
yeah,
He gave up the two solo shots, which was not out of we
not
weren't
out of
shocked about that.
character. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
not
I
out of
mean,
character because Nola
you
he can
get
do that once in a while. So
so I will say this about the way that Noah's looked. It was around the second half of last year and up to now this year. When he gets a run scored, he doesn't seem to panic.
yeah,
Like, it seems like he's very like you remember when like probably 2 years ago, like the year we ended up going to the World Series, that whole season he was really good, but when it would be one run, it would turn to four like that
hmm
because he would just be scattered, he wouldn't be facing the right way, he wouldn't be doing certain things. So it's just tough because I mean, I'm just glad now that he can bounce back and doesn't feel like he has the weight of the world on his shoulders when there's one run up on the board and we haven't even scored yet. You know,
yeah,
it's a massive improvement, especially for a pitcher.
for sure, for sure. And I know JT had a good game as well. And he's been obviously another one that's been pretty good for us on offense, surprisingly. And we know that he fixes, batting stance and all that type of stuff in the offseason. And it's definitely showing for sure. And I know with JT this past week, he was getting beat up a lot. Like
Yeah, he was.
Thursday, he took the ball to the throat because him and Marte got mixed up on the pitches, and then he got hit in the wrist, Friday after coming back into the lineup. And he's been giving us good offense at the same time, and he's just been a warrior, man, this past week.
Yeah, yeah, he has, and we haven't had a tough guy like that in a while.
Mm. Yeah.
Um, it's just it's. I don't think he's a four-hole hitter.
No.
No, I don't. I just don't think he has enough power or enough consistent power. Not that any of them have that right now,
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't think he has enough consistent power to warrant being in a four-hole spot.
Yeah. And that's
That's
the
just
thing.
me.
It's you look at it and you're saying, man, like we have to have our catcher in the 4-hole spot because you got guys like Castellanos who is struggling, and I mean even guys like Stott right now that you thought would have burst onto the scene again this year, and he's struggling, and they had him in the 8-hole today.
Yeah,
And it's just like you know it
I
comes back
did
to bite
hear
you about lineups.
it does. It does.
Yeah.
I did hear Rob Thompson say the first day that he switched Marsh and Stott that it's not an indictment on Stott. It's more so that Marsh is just doing really well.
Yeah.
So,
which
which
is
maybe
fine.
just garbage, but I mean, we don't know. We'll never
Yeah,
know. But I mean, that if that's how he has to motivate the guys, that's how he has to motivate the guys. But I believe him because Marsh's been doing really well. So
for sure, for sure. So yeah, we ended up taking that series win. Would have loved to get a sweep there, but you know how that goes.
yeah,
So then we move on to this recent series where we split with the Pirates. I guessed that correctly. I was hoping I was going to be wrong, but of course, you know the
yeah.
Phillies got to prove me right. So
I
um,
I just
it,
don't get how we have no runs on the board like ever. I just don't get it.
Yeah. So the first game went really good. Won 5-1. Ranger finally got some help, got some run support, which
Yeah,
was great to see, and he pitched amazing. I mean, it's just he's so calm, so like
yeah.
they talk about it all the time on the broadcast. Like just like it's so great to have somebody who's just like doesn't lose control, doesn't freak out when things go bad or whatever. It's awesome to see.
Well, when we were in the playoffs and it was game 7, everybody was kinda like, I would have nobody but Ranger on the mound. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, that's the guy you want in those big spots, and that's all you can ask for, especially out of a number 3 guy, you
Yeah, for
know?
sure.
Like, and he's just been such a great, he's a great personality to have there too. Like, I know he has a good relationship with Ricardo Pinto that we talked about last pod. Um, it's just he's just great. Like, he's a hidden gem, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, in the next 5 years, we could be looking at one of the best rotations in baseball still,
Yeah.
but we'll
With
see.
just
I don't know.
some help with, runs, that would be great.
Don't wanna get too ahead
Um,
of myself.
yeah, exactly. And I know, Stott had a home run that game, so it was great to see him finally
Yes.
get his first of the year. He's been kinda struggling as well, so he's trying to get up, catch up and stuff like that. And then that was also the night we talked about it or we brought it up. JT got hit in the throat because him and Junior Marte got mixed up on a pitch and or wait, no, that was the
Yeah.
wrist one. No, this one
Uh,
was just it was
that was a tip. It was a
yeah,
tip.
yeah, yeah,
It was a
yeah, yeah.
foul tip, and he took it off the bottom of the mask. Well,
Yeah,
what looked like the bottom of the mask, but it actually got his throat.
yeah, and it's like for a second he was like wobbling a little bit, and it was like,
Yeah, he got up and started walking, and everybody was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa!"
yeah, exactly. And we're like, is he okay? You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, it was good to JT is a competitor, and you can
mhm.
tell because it takes a lot for him to come out of a game.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
you could
for
tell he
sure.
was pissed that he did not wanna come out of that game, but the training staff was like, "Dude, please sit this one out. Like, please."
Okay, so we made another mistake. So I think actually this is gonna be wild. So I think he took the pitch to the throat the night we lost to the Cardinals because Wheeler felt bad because he spiked the ball, it hopped up, hit him in the throat, came back out the next game,
We're way off,
and
bro.
then he got hit in the wrist on the Thursday because Marte pitched. We were all mixed up. This is what this team does to us. I'm not even gonna cut this out. I'm gonna cut the first part out, but this
Yeah.
part we're leaving in because this right here just shows you
Oh my god.
how much it's like how much his team has
Oh.
caused so much stuff over the week. Like it's insane. Not even just win loss
Dude,
like
this
column. It's
this
ah
season stops for nobody.
listen.
3
But
game
yeah.
road trip, we're back the next I mean, man, dude, it's
So
crazy.
so JT got hit on the wrist that Thursday. We
Yes.
won 5-1.
Okay.
Because him and Marte got mixed up.
Right,
They
right, right, right.
didn't do the correct pitch. But JT stayed in the game, and then ended up sealing that win. Bohm made the nice play, the nice catch in foul territory. To
Oh, he
you know
loves this place. Yeah, that
yeah
was cool. That
to
was sick.
cap it off for us. So that was great to see. Um, and then,
The whole daycare homered in that game too.
yeah,
Stott,
it's
Marsh, and Boom. All
the young
3.
guys. The young
Yeah,
guys.
well, the young guys are all we got right now, apparently. I mean,
Yeah,
really.
exactly. And then we move into Friday's game where we took the 5-2 L. Because Bailey Falter, I guess, wanted to get some revenge and turn into a Cy Young,
Well,
pitcher. And it's just, dude, like I don't understand, man. I don't get it. I
I
don't get
was
it.
looking up his start prior to that game.
Mhm.
He threw like 5 innings of no hit ball. I don't know if you realize that. He threw like 5 innings without a hit. The
Ugh,
start before and the 6th, I think
yeah.
he gave up like a couple hits or whatever, but he got pulled. Maybe it was the hair.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and Christopher Sanchez, I mean, he started out great that game. I was watching it, and then like the one inning hit, and he just started to fall apart. He started walking batters. His pitches weren't hitting; they were a lot inside, and it was bad, man. It was
Well,
bad. It
I
just
I I was listening to it on the radio, and Larry Anderson was like, "You're hitting it your spots with the fastball. Just throw the fastball. Don't worry
yeah,
about these other pitches. You're hitting your spots with your fastball. Just throw the fastball. That's it. Don't throw
yeah,
anything else. Forget all this. It starts with
yeah,
the fastball. Like you're hitting your spots with it. Why are you not throwing it more?
yeah,
It makes no sense."
exactly. Yeah, then it just that game kind of got away, and obviously leaving runners on base again. I mean, they left 7 on base, the offense, and it
Terrible.
just it's just been contagious recently, just inconsistency. Again, I talked about it last week. It just happens almost every game, it feels like.
Yeah, it's dude, it's all the time, and you just feel it. Like when you're at the ballpark and you're watching, which I wasn't there for that one, but when
Yeah.
you're at the ballpark and it just kind of is like, we don't have it today, dude. There's no worse feeling than that because I don't
Oh,
leave games early, so
me
it's
either,
like
yeah.
it's like, why am I watching this?
Yeah.
Like it just the energy just gets sucked out of the building after like the fourth inning because you're like, we're not going to get anything going, you know. It's
Yeah.
it's just tough to watch.
It is. It is. But we leave that one behind. Move into Saturday's game, where Nick Castellanos walked it off to give us the 4-3 win. It was great to see him finally get something like that, going. I thought maybe, okay, here we go, like that can, shoot him off and get him going, but he did okay again today, but
Yeah.
nothing like crazy. And it's just like, all right, like, we need to see more hitting now, guy. So
He is very streaky. He's
yeah,
a very streaky ball player, and I tried telling a couple of my buddies this, and I said he's back, like he is back.
yeah,
And they're like, "You're crazy." I said, "No, you can see it in his mannerisms. He's back.
yeah,
Like he hit the ball, and they asked him about it, and he was like, 'We needed that.' He was like, 'Shit, I needed that.' You know,
yeah,
like."
yeah,
He was like, "Everybody needed that." And he was like, "I this is the first time that I just went up to the plate and I wasn't looking for something. I wasn't thinking too hard and I just said, I just want to end it here." And that's what he
yeah,
did. And
yeah,
stop this is a message to opposing teams and opposing managers. Do not walk a batter to load the bases because the Phillies will come back to bite you. I'm telling you. They intentionally walk Bohm and
hmm
then Casty did that. So
yeah,
and that clown that was in center field was up there looking all crazy, trying to reach for the ball. Play in next time, my man. Play
yeah.
in.
I know you were at that game, and I was at the Flyers game across the way, and I was watching the game off of the one guy's phone next to me, and it was just like I was like, oh my god, I was like trying to watch it. There was like the assembly room they got in Wells Fargo Center, and they got the
Yeah, yeah,
TVs up
yeah.
there, and I'm like far away trying to watch it, trying to see what's
You're
going
like
on, and
squint. You're like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And Tal's like, "Are you really watching that? Can you really see what's going on?" I'm like, "I can kind of understand I can kind of see what's
yeah,
going on."
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
right, right.
But yeah, it was good. I mean, then again, though, I mean, you look at the stats, and it says we left 12 on the base again that day, and I mean,
12?
yeah,
Wow.
it's and
You
three
know,
for
it's funny.
11 with
It,
runners in scoring position. That's just like, it's terrible, man. It's
dude, I
terrible. At
think
least we won,
they're
but
what, like point two something in runners with runners in scoring position.
yeah, it's rough. And
Also, real quick about that game, did you see that Harper was wearing or might have been wearing the old jersey?
yeah, I saw. Yeah, I did see that.
I tweeted out on our account. I was like, "Whoa." I mean, he was
And
probably
then
like, "I can't hit in this thing."
yeah, but
I just that's so funny to me.
the
So funny.
Turnbull had his first like struggle in this game. He gave up 3 earned runs. Didn't have his best game.
No.
Um,
But
but the bullpen stepped
he
up for him
yeah,
for sure.
but it looked like Rob Thompson almost pulled him a little bit too late, which
Yeah,
I'm gonna get into later again, like I said. But
yeah,
that after that first inning, he was kinda cruising, you
oh
know?
yeah,
3
yeah,
strikeouts, which isn't a ton, but if you're a ground ball pitcher, you're a ground ball pitcher. It's
Yeah.
fine. It just he just didn't seem to have it that last inning, you know?
Yeah, and like I said, the bullpen came through good. I mean, Strom, he had 5 strikeouts. Like, he
Dude,
did amazing.
he has been killing it.
Ah, it's great. I mean, besides from the
I'm
first
shocked
game
for
of the
one.
season, I mean, he's been good.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he has. It's great to see. Because
Yeah.
I didn't think he was gonna be worth the extension. I said that before.
I had a feeling he was going to be. He just had to, settle in again, which,
Yeah.
and he knew he was going to be in the bullpen role this year because obviously last year they had him starting a couple games, coming out of the gate, um, with Suarez being hurt early last year. But
Mhm.
yeah, he's just,
He was the only good starter for, like,
yeah,
what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks at least?
it was insane. It was a good run though. I mean, he
Yeah.
did good. He
He
did
did
what he
his
had to do.
job. He did
He
his
did.
job. Yeah,
He
yeah.
did, and
That's
that's
all you can ask.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was a great win, great walk off, awesome to see. Thought it was going to give us some momentum, moving to today's game, which went absolutely terrible and the opposite of what I thought it was going to be.
Dude, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. You're piecing hits together in the first inning and everything else.
Yeah,
Why is this not carrying over? It's like they're treating each inning like it's its own game.
it's just I don't know.
It
I'm
doesn't
lost for
make any
words.
sense.
I'm lost for words.
Dude, it doesn't make any sense. I just and it's I need to get on Bryce for a second.
Mhm.
I if he's hurt, sit him.
Yeah,
Do not trot him out there. I personally, in my opinion, think he needs a day off. I
probably.
watched him dog it on 2 double plays that he hit into. The second one was more than capable of him getting to the bag in time, and it just
Yeah,
wasn't. Granted, you're down 9-2, but that's no excuse.
yeah.
That's no excuse. I'm not saying bench him as punishment. Clearly, it's not all there right now. Just
No.
sit him. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I just think Rob wants the team to run itself. It pisses me off.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to see. Obviously, he's struggling. Like, we're the biggest Bryce fans, out
Oh
of
yeah,
anybody. You know what I'm saying?
dude,
But
what
at the
he's
same
done
time, we
for
got to
this
hold him
franchise.
accountable.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got
but
to hold
yeah,
him accountable sometimes. So
and like I said before, it seems like I said this. I think a couple episodes ago. Everybody's afraid to go after the big money guys when this team's not producing.
yeah,
And I mean, guys like the daycare or Johan Rojas, who, by the way, is batting. I think it's 430 something. He's 6 for 14, whatever that equates to. I think he's like 430 something. He's batting 430 something over the last week.
yeah,
That's great.
yeah, for sure.
That's great. Like we can't put it all on these bottom guys.
Can't.
Like hold these top guys accountable.
Yeah,
I don't get it. And Bryce, it's like we don't want to touch him because oh my gosh, like he's our golden boy, and it's true. But at the same time, you need to hold him accountable. That goes for
yeah.
anybody. I don't care who you are.
And it just seems like everything he's hitting is like so short, and it's
Yeah,
just like it's
dude, it's just a
so
touch
close,
off. It's a touch
just so
off.
close, man.
It's a touch off. It just once he gets going, he's gonna get going. But
Yeah, and he's
it's just
showing
it's
frustration.
dude.
He's shown
Whew,
it
yeah, did he?
the other night, and he just and I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, like, saying stuff about it." It's like, "Bro, listen, that's because he cares." And, that's
Yeah,
what any player in the league that's gonna get frustrated. It's because they care. They wanna win. It's not just Bryce Harper, but it's just when you're going through something like that, it's gonna show.
I'd rather him do that than him be calm, cool, and collected. Them asking about it, he goes, "I'm just not there right now."
Yeah.
I'd rather him slam his batting helmet into a phone and into
Yeah.
the rack. You know what I mean? Like that's what
Mhm.
I would rather have.
Yeah,
Like
because I mean, I'd be doing that. That's for sure.
I would be.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
I'd be doing more than that. But yeah,
but yeah, today was just bad. I mean, Wheeler, he pitched amazing. He had like 10
yeah,
strikeouts,
yeah.
and
He was
up
cruising.
until up until he gave up the grand slam, and just because he's tired. I dude, like he just pitched. He threw for over 100 pitches the other night, and or the last game they pitched before that, and it's just like you could tell that he was a little exhausted. Like you know,
Yeah, he was
Tom
gassed.
Thompson said in the post game today, saying, "Oh, somebody asked him like if he was tired, and he said no." I said, "Dog, stop lying. He was obviously tired. He was gassed. Just
Dude,
say it. It's
I
okay.
yeah,
Like
right. That's what I'm saying.
it's o- it's okay, man."
That's what I'm
Oh my
saying.
god, I like,
I'm
and
so
he.
dude, there's no way I was gonna listen to that post game today. No shot.
I don't know why I did. I don't
After
know why I
being
did.
there, there was no way.
I I don't know why I did. I was when I left the stadium. So for people who don't know, I work for the Phillies. I didn't disclose that like in the beginning, but I work for shout out to Fan Division. But being at the stadium and like leaving early, I was like, I gotta get out of here. Like there was no way I was like staying for anything, and
Good
it's
thing
just
you
like
did.
I had to get out of there
I
quickly.
sat in the parking lot for 2 hours waiting for it to clear out.
Oh, I was like, "No, I'm not staying here. I need to get out of here." I even walked with the fans like back to the parking lot where I parked because I didn't even take a bus back. I just said I'm walking with everybody because I need to get my steps in and excuse me. I just needed to like clear my mind like as the game's still going on and they're giving up a 2-run home run to Andrew McCutcheon. And it's just like, dude,
Oh,
like,
by the way, I don't know if you
oh,
saw, that was his 300th career home run.
oh, I saw. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'd rather
Oh,
it happen here than anywhere else.
how fitting.
If it's
How
not in
fitting.
Pittsburgh, I'd rather have it happen here. Cutch is a
Yeah.
good guy,
Hey,
but
congrats to him.
whatever. Yeah.
It sucks, man. It's Wheeler's 0 for 3 now. It's just like I don't know what it is, man. It's
I
just I
don't
don't know
get
what
it.
it is.
I
They
don't know if
just
so full disclosure, I've never or can't aspire to be a professional athlete, but I feel like there has to be something in those guys that's like, we don't have to try as hard today. Like, is
yeah,
that there? I doubt it, but is that there? Like, it's worth
yeah.
asking. I'm not saying they're giving up, but
No,
I feel like you're a little bit more comfortable, which, should lead to runs, but
you
whatever.
would think. You would
Yeah.
think. Um,
Quick question. I didn't get to ask this on when we were reviewing the Friday game a little bit ago. Has your opinion changed on the City Connects since you saw them on the field?
um, I t I don't really care, man. I just want to play good baseball. People, and it's no offense. I'm not saying this in disrespect, but everybody keeps asking me about these damn jerseys, and I'm like, bro, that is the last thing on my mind right now that I can really judge or care about. I just want to see this team play better. I don't care what jersey they're wearing. Like, yeah, they're cool, they're okay. I mean, obviously, it's not my cup of tea. I would have liked to see maybe a little bit of red in there because our colors are red. So, but I'm just saying. But dude, I don't care what jersey's wearing. Just play better baseball. Just play better baseball. I don't care
Oh,
what jersey you're in. I don't care. Just do better than what we're doing right now. I could care less of the jersey. The jersey thing is a marketing thing to get money for the like. I don't care about that. I just want to win. I just
if
want to
you ask
win,
me, the
bro.
hat is nice. I got the hat.
The hat is nice. The hat is nice. I will give it to him. The hat is nice, but dude, I don't know. I just keep hearing about the damn jerseys, bro. I'm tired of it, bro. I'm just,
That was not the reaction I was I was expecting, but I don't know why I expected anything else.
but
You gotta cool
to
down for a second.
yeah, fine, whatever. The positive from today at least was Trey Turner hit his first homer. I mean,
Yes.
he had 3 hits. It was great to see for him, at least. I mean, one
It
of the
see
guys at the top of the lineup. So,
Yeah, it seems like both guys are at the top of the lineup are starting to get hot, and
oh yeah,
that's what encourages me for when Bryce finally comes around. I think he's being protected by Schwarber and Turner,
for
and
sure.
I mean today Rojas had some nice solid contact. He went opposite field, hit
Yeah.
it out of the infield. It didn't touch the dirt, which shout out to him. But
Yep.
he hit it right opposite field. It was a perfect little bloop single. He stole a base, and then Schwarber obviously like couldn't get him home or whatever. Because I don't think he knocked him in, right? I
Nah,
don't think he
I
got
don't think
knocked in.
so.
Yeah, I
No.
don't think so either. But wait, Turner knocked him in. I'm sorry
Oh, well, there
because
you
he
go.
was so Schwarber flew out, and
Mhm.
then Rojas tug up from second to third
Yep.
by a mile. He was safe by a mile.
Yeah.
And then Turner knocked him in. But that's the kind of stuff that I think they need to capitalize on. And
Yep.
now seeing, I mean, you texted me earlier. It's nice to see Schwarber actually getting on base rather than just he's gonna have more home runs or singles. It's up in the
Yeah,
air. Like it's
yeah,
just nice to see he's just consistent. He's doing really well.
for
And
sure.
and Turner's totally coming around. I think in the last 3, 4 days, he's totally coming around. And
Oh
I
yeah,
think Bryce will just feed off of that. I do. And I think he's frustrated because he's not a part of the party, which I love. Again,
yeah.
I'd
Oh
rather
yeah,
have a competitor, but I think he's frustrated because he's not part of the party. And I think that's gonna push him even harder to get
for
there,
sure.
you know?
Yeah, for sure. And another positive, real quick, out of this was Orion Kirkering. He was back today.
I wish we
And
put him in with a 2-0 lead, but whatever.
yeah, that would have been nice. He only pitched 1 inning, and he had one strikeout. He did walk one batter, but I mean, it's at that point the game was kind of over. I can't even
Yeah.
lie. I mean, I
Yeah.
looked at you. You came to see me when I was working, and I told you, I said, this game is over, right? And it was just like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
like
It's
it's
right before
unfortunate
that
to
guy
say.
got walked out.
Yeah, that guy's an idiot, bro. Just you know,
Imagine cursing security right next to all the kids. Unbelievable.
like,
Like,
dude, just
really.
watch your mouth, bro. Like, what are you doing
And
over
the
here?
guy
Like, just
what cracked me up was when his girlfriend was walking up behind him and
oh
she
yeah,
wasn't getting kicked out. She was just like, "Well, I guess I gotta go with this guy."
yeah,
They opened the
exactly.
gate for her, and I don't know if you heard, they were like, "Make sure you don't try and get back in the ballpark." Like, dude, shouldn't you have security everywhere so people don't get out like inside
Dude,
from outside the ballpark? Like,
first of
what do you
all,
think this is? Like, what?
they can't find another exit to kick people out that are like drunk, and like they gotta do it right next to the kids. Like, it's
Right.
like,
And did
dude,
you see the guy put his hands behind his back like they were
yeah,
supposed
yeah,
to
yeah.
cuff him or something? That was
Yeah, I
funny.
thought, like, bro, they're just kicking you out of the park. They ain't arresting you, bro. You
Not
have fun
yet.
after, like, yeah, not yet, at least. If he's trying to do something more, but it's like, dude, just leave, just get out, bro.
In the vet,
Then
he would have
again,
been thrown in the dungeon downstairs.
yeah. Then again, was he missing much? Because he wasn't missing a good game, that's for sure. I mean,
Well,
not saying that you should get
not
kicked
saying that's
out.
okay, but
Yeah, yeah, not saying that at all. But you know what I mean. It's like,
yeah,
listen, bro,
yeah.
you ain't missing much. But
Yeah, no. It's not like
um,
you missed game 7 of the World Series, you know? Like,
y- yeah,
it's
yeah. So they split the series with the Pirates. Would have liked to see 3 out of 4 there,
mhm,
but
I agree.
I,
But
I don't know,
you
man. It
just had
was
to go
a
pick a season split. I know. It's fine.
yeah, unfortunately. So, moving off of week of review, we go into segment of what is bothering me. It's coming back, and I know
Yeah.
you got a lot on your plate, man. So
Yeah.
I'm
So,
gonna let you take the stage.
I need to talk to Rob Thompson for a second. Why is it so hard to have feel for the game? It's not this difficult. I mean, Wheeler today had 3 base runners in the 6th inning, and you're like, "Ah, man, it's time to pull him." What happens? Grand slam. Grand slam. It was a little bit of a laugher because it's like, I don't know, this might hit off the top of the wall.
Mm,
Dude, you were a second too late, and then you pulled him. Oh, good job. I'm glad. I'm glad you decided to pull him then. It's stupid. It's stupid. He constantly can't tell when to pull play. It was just with Turnbull yesterday. It was the same thing.
mm,
You should have pulled him before he gave up the 2 runs. He's not there to go that deep into a game. He's supposed to be like a modified bullpen game, but with a
yeah,
guy that can actually go 4 innings instead of Bailey Falter, who we made look like Cy Young, but whatever. That's what Turnbull is there for. Please just have a feel for the game. I know you know what you're talking about. I know you know the game of baseball. Just have some feel, please. Please, please, please. That bothers me to the 10th degree that he can't just look what just use your eyes. I can see it from the 300 level. I can see from the heavens that these guys need to be pulled, and I'm not a major league manager.
yeah,
I'm not one of those guys that like at the first sign of trouble pull him. But when you're that in that situation, when you're in this, I think it was the 6th inning,
mhm,
you get the first base runner on the error. I believe it
yeah,
was the first or second base runner on the error.
yeah,
Then you get the second base runner in the third, and it's like I understand you don't want to throw a bullpen guy in there with
yeah,
loaded bases, but you have to have some feel for the game. He threw 100 pitches the game before. Like you said, he was gassed. And he
yeah.
left I mean, he gave up a home run to a nobody.
It's
So
just
that's what's bothering me with the Phillies. But around the league, what's bothering me is these Fanatics jerseys. Why have we not switched these out yet? I mean, did you see the other day when the guy split his pants sliding into home?
Yeah.
Like, and somebody was like, "Oh, who are they to assume that baseball players would slide?" Like they were being sarcastic, and I'm
Yeah.
like, he's down there running, trying to hold his pants together. Like, dude, come on. I mean,
Yeah.
really, like the MLB Player Association needs to step in. The union needs to step in. I'm getting so sick and tired of these jerseys. I can't even read them. It would be so much easier. It was so nice when you could see the names of the players on the back of their jerseys from wherever you were in the stadium. Now you can't. It's minuscule. It's like this. It's like each letter is like an inch wide. It's terrible. Dude, it's so bad. And then you go to the store and you see people buying them and you're like, ugh. I
Yeah.
never buy them. I'm not judging people who are buying them, but I just
Yeah.
wish those people got something beforehand. That's all.
Better.
I just
Something
feel
better.
bad. Yeah, yeah. I just feel bad they're spending their hard-earned money. Oh, I found a City Connect that was stitched. Yeah, right? This has nothing to
Mhm.
do with the fact that it was a City Connect, so don't get mad. But
I won't. Yeah.
I I found a City Connect that was stitched. I went, "Man, this one's stitched?" And my girlfriend's brother, who now works at the Majestic store, he goes, "Oh, yeah, but did you see how much it is? $400. $400. It's
Nah.
crap. It's crap.
We're good
I
off that, bro.
We need to change the jerseys. It's not that hard. Didn't hockey do it no, it was soccer. I'm sorry. Soccer did it. They
Mhm.
the players were like, "I can't take this anymore. We need to
Yeah.
change it." And I think Bryce not wearing the jersey for the second half of the game yesterday is the first step in players being like, "We're not going to stand for this."
He was sending a
Because
message.
he was. He absolutely was. Like I put on the thing, I can't hit in this thing. Probably is what he said. He probably went and changed. That's I. So that's what's bothering me. I Rob,
Yeah.
please just please have some fuel for the game, and fanatics, please get your stuff together, please, please.
That's all, folks.
That's it. Oh my gosh, man,
Oh, man. Well,
unbelievable.
going off that, we go into Philly star of the week as this is something new that we're gonna start doing. So let's think back to majority of the week. Who do we think is Philly of the week?
I have Zach Wheeler.
Okay.
I know he's gotten a loss in both of his starts this week, but
Hmm.
he's pitched phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 strikeouts today. I mean, shutdown innings. It's Zach Wheeler, and regardless if he gets the offensive support or not, I think it's him. I don't think it's close.
Yeah.
I there's a couple guys you can give it to, but that he's my pick for the week.
I can agree there for sure. But I'm personally gonna go with Brandon Marsh, and to be honest with you, he had a good week, yes, but I would even say even going into the week beforehand, I mean, just in general lately, he has been our most consistent hitter, outside of people like Schwarber, and hopefully now Turner's gonna start heating up. But in the last week or so, I just feel like Marsh, like I just been seeing his name all the time, getting on base, hitting homers, and I just feel like without him right now, I don't know where we'd be because he's been stepping up for us, especially at the being at the bottom of the lineup and where he usually is. It's awesome to see. So I would say he's my affiliate of the week because he's just been coming through for us.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And it's funny because, like, whenever Marsh's name is brought up, I hear people talk about the trade, and it was Logan O'Hoppe
Yeah.
for Marsh at somewhere close to the deadline, not last year, the year before.
Hmm.
And I've never seen a trade work out so well for both sides.
Oh, for
Like Logan
sure.
O'Hoppe is uh, an everyday catcher for the most
Yep.
part, and we already had that in JT. He was going to get old in our system. There's no point in
Yeah.
not acquiring something for him and letting him get time at the big league level because that's just not right to me.
Yeah.
And we
For
have
sure.
Rafael Marchand, which yeah, I want to get into a prospect in a second. Um,
Oh no.
but uh, um, don't worry. Um, but it makes you think like what situation would be in now? Because like would Rojas be called up? Who would be the center fielder? Like it's a lot. Maybe Scott Kingery would be in the majors. Who knows?
Jeez. Yeah. Who knows? But yeah. So those are our Philly star of the week. Um. So now we transition into some around the league news, and there's been a lot. I mean,
Yeah. So, I don't know if anybody saw, but we talked about bringing this up, and I just kind of want to close the book on what's going on with this. Um, Ipe Mizuhara, the translator for Shohei Ohtani, um, as a lot of people know, they've embedded in this gambling scandal, and it turns out that Ipe stole $16 million
Sheesh.
from Shohei in total. And it's wild because I mean I kind of owe Shohei an apology because I thought it was just a little too um um I thought everything was a little too odd, like everything smelled fishy to me. But they literally have recordings of Ipe saying that he's Shohei Otani on the phone to the banks.
My
Yeah,
gosh,
it's a rough one. I know, it's a rough
that
one.
is crazy.
Yeah, yeah, and there's 0 text between them about any sort of bets, like, we're pretty big betting guys, like,
Yeah,
sometimes you want some late night betting action,
yeah,
and it's like, you would surely if I was texting you and you because you were the one that was supposed to put the bets in for me because it was illegal for me.
yeah,
Clearly, I would text you. I'm not, you know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like, it's
for
not.
sure.
I just I owe Shohei an apology because I assumed I know he will never see this, but well
Never
you
know.
never know, but who knows? But like I owe him an apology and it's the Ipe thing. It's just I'm glad we can close the book
Yeah, for
because this
sure.
I want to see what happens with the rest of the case personally, but um I just
Put it to bed.
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad that Otani. I mean, as a baseball fan, like, did I think that would be crazy? Yes. If he got somehow suspended, it would be unprecedented. But as a baseball fan, I'm just glad he's still there. You know.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Put it to bed and hopefully you can move on to it and, best of luck, as his career keeps going. Hopefully he doesn't get stuck up in something like that again. Cause at the
Right.
end of the day, it's for him, it's like, all right, that might stain my career, you know what I'm saying? And if
Oh,
it did,
it's gonna stay in his career forever.
yeah.
Everybody will
And
talk whenever they talk about him. For the most part,
mhm,
like people who are a little older, like us, I
yeah,
think whenever they talk about him, that's gonna be mentioned.
yeah, for
You know,
sure.
it's not as bad as
Unfortunately.
Pete Rose or nothing, but
Nah,
and
nah,
Ipe
absolutely
was
not.
found to not be betting anything on baseball. That is worth a note.
Okay. Well, I mean, at least he
Not that he
wasn't
was ever going to work in baseball again, but
yeah, exactly, exactly. So I want to get into because I brought it up today to you. Angel Hernandez, how does he still have a job around
I'll,
this league right now?
I
How?
you want to know
How?
how? Because they have an umpires union, and I'm in it.
Like, of
No,
course they do.
I'm
No,
just being
I
honest.
know. Yeah,
I'm just
it's
being honest. I'm a union guy. I have family members who are union guys.
yeah,
Like it's very hard to get fired by a union.
yeah.
There's certain things that they just don't tolerate, but just being bad at your job is not one of them.
I
But
mean,
it's getting to a point where, like, the other umpires can't keep letting this go on. Like, it's just it's so bad, dude. It's so bad.
the calls the other night in that
Wyatt
game,
Langford got punched out on 4 pitches. 3 of them were 6.5 inches off the plate.
dog, like that is, and speaking of Angel Hernandez, we go back to a game a couple years ago with Schwarber where he had a terrible call against the Brewers and Schwarber went off. Like he didn't even care that he
I
got
was
thrown out.
there. I was there.
Dude,
I
I
was like,
remember
"Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,"
vividly.
and I'm not gonna say what I was yelling, but
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah," whatever.
Dude,
Dude, that was bad, and it's kind of funny because, um it was 1-0 or 2 it was 1-0 or 2-1 that game. We were down by 1. It was the ninth inning.
yeah.
And everything shifted from, "Man, I can't believe we're gonna lose," to, "Wow, we all hate Angel Hernandez." Like, it was I didn't even
Dude.
care about the law. Like, I cared, but, like, not as much because that happened. And if you wanna go even more recent, remember when Bryce completely did not swing and Angel Hernandez was like, "Oh, yeah, he went." And
Yeah.
he was like and Bryce snapped and got ejected. But he's had a history with this guy. I don't know if Angel Hernandez is just I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's beyond me, bro. I don't understand how he's just
It's tough for those guys to lose their jobs. It's ridiculous,
I
but
get
it's
it,
true.
but
It's unbelievable.
it's bad for the game, man.
That's what I'm saying. And that the whole challenge thing, you know what the challenge thing is, right?
No, what is it?
So they started it in AAA, and last year I went to a Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs game. It was actually really cool. So what they
Mhm.
do is, um, the batter and the catcher have the opportunity, if they think it's a ball or a strike, they
Mhm.
have the opportunity. So once the pitch is thrown, so somebody pitches the ball and call it a strike, and the
Yeah.
batter's like, "Whoa, that was outside." He can go like that, or it's like tapping 3 times or something like that,
Yeah.
and the umpire goes, "All right, time." They review it for like 5 seconds. They watch where it was on the pitch track, and it's either reversed or it's upheld.
Wow.
It's dude, it's very convenient. They were doing it in spring training. I'm not saying I want robot umpires, but that would fix problems like this.
Yeah. Right. I
Speaking of the
mean,
minors, I want to bring in. I want to bring up this guy George Klassen or
mhm.
Clausen,
Yep.
dude. He was the on the, down on the farm player of the week for the Phillies today. Dude, he has been lights out. He threw 5 innings, only gave up 1 hit, and
Wow.
the movement on his pitches is disgusting. Disgusting. He reaches over 100 pretty regularly, and he's a young kid, which it's concerning me a little bit, only because I when guys are that young, it's kind of tough because I don't want to see them throw their arms out at such an early age.
Yeah.
But it's awesome to have that in our minor league system. We got guys like Andrew Painter, Griff McGarry, Mick Abel, now him. Like
Yep.
it's huge. It's huge.
And when it speaking of, throwing their arm out and, high velocity and stuff like that, you look at today with all these pitchers that are going down, and I know we talked a little bit about it last week, bringing up, guys like Strider, who recently just went for UCL surgery, and he has been named out for the season for the
Yeah.
Braves, which is a huge blow for them. And listen, like I said before, as much as I hate the Braves, man, and, he's a good pitcher, man, and hopefully
He's good for the
recovers
game.
well. And yeah, he's good for the game, and
Yeah.
it sucks for them, man. That's a huge blow to the team, and not just him, and just other players that are just going out. You know what I'm saying? It's just each
So
day, like
I have
it's
a
weird.
list. I have a list of players, of pitchers, and it's their velocity.
Hmm.
And so it's ranked with velocity. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, uh 8, 9. 9 out of the top 18 pitchers in velocity are down with Tommy John.
And this,
And
I think this was it the list last week that you said, or is this something different
no,
now?
I saw this today.
Okay, word.
This was that list was just kind of naming the names,
Gotcha,
but this is like actually listed in order
gotcha.
of their average fastball velocity. It starts with Bobby Miller, who just went out.
Yep.
Um, and then number 3, Sandy Alcantara, he's out. 4, Spencer Strider, he's out. Shane McClanahan is number 6, he's out. Garrett Cole, Shohei Otani, he's still, you know, recovering. And Tyler Glass now, who isn't crossed out on this list, but he's had a lot of problems. And he talked about it. I don't know if it was this week or last week
Mm,
about when they banned the sticky stuff, like not just spider tack, because he said he's like every pitcher. He was like your favorite pitcher. I guarantee you uses something
yeah,
because now they have to grip the ball deeper. They have to just squeeze the fastball. He's like I had to change my grip. That's why I threw my arm out. Like
yeah.
I always use sunscreen and rosin. It's two perfectly legal things, but
Hmm.
it's just that's what I used. And he was
Yeah,
like, that's what's causing this. So the he wants the players association essentially to step in and allow certain things to be used because that's what's causing in his opinion um his all these arm injuries. And then you have uh Taj Bradley, or I don't know who that is.
hmm,
Um uh Kodai Senga from the Mets. He's
yeah,
Nobody knows what's going on. And Johan Oviedo, not
hmm,
sure who that is either, but he has a 95.8 velocity. Those all those guys I named have either been recently injured or like all the guys I named have been injured except for Tyler Glass now. He just got off his injury this year. So
wow.
it's tough, man. It's a tough look for the game.
It is. It's unfortunate, man. It's
Yeah.
tough for, the guys, and it seems like it's happening almost every day, like I said, and
Hmm.
it's bad, man. It's
It's bad
really
for
bad.
fantasy too. Nick Pavetta. I mean,
Telling me.
I know my team's in rough shape too, man. It is
Yeah,
what it
dude.
is.
We're
I'm
down
trying to
bad
kill
right
those
now.
waiver wires, but it's not working. I mean,
Trying.
Nick Pavetta for me just went down, and I don't. Full disclosure, I care more about their health than my fantasy team. I'm not
Yeah,
saying,
for sure. No, we're
whatever.
not saying
But
that. It's
I'm
just
just using examples of guys who
yeah,
aren't at the upper echelon and are
for
still
sure.
getting hurt. Because there's guys with arm flexor strains. There's guys with just forearm tightness. Like
Yeah,
it's a lot, you know.
it
It's a lot,
is.
and it's a shame. It's a shame
It
because
is a
I
shame.
want to see everybody at their best. And I've been texting with this guy who's in my other fantasy league. Shout out to him. He's a Braves fan. Uh,
Mm,
we playfully banter back and forth, whatever. And
yeah,
I was like, my condolences about Strider, with kind of like whatever, laughing. And I was like, in all seriousness, I'd rather beat you at your best or
yeah,
face
for
you at your
sure.
best at the very least. I was
Yep.
like, it's not good for the game, you know.
It's not. It's
Like
not.
it's rough, man. It's rough. It's rough.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. So hopefully, quick recovery for those guys, and
Yeah, yeah.
it starts getting better, and
I
maybe
mean,
not as high
Strider might not
velocity.
pitch till next year, or
Yeah.
might not pitch next year either. They're saying
Wow.
he should be ready by the beginning of next year, but we'll see.
Yeah, we will see indeed.
All right, so moving on, we are going to go into the third week of Pete's picks. What you got?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna make this quick and easy because I think this should happen, and I hope it does happen. So we start out with a three-game series with Colorado tomorrow. Got Aaron Nola on the mound. Um, I think we sweep Colorado, and I think we sweep Chicago. I
Ooh,
really do. I do. I think we. I think we
ooh.
sweep. Dude, I know it sounds so bad.
I
Like, I
know
know
we
it's.
should. It's
I
just
know we
tough.
should, but it's like, dude, I just think this is where we gotta get on our horse here. And I keep saying like
Yeah.
sound like a broken record.
No,
I
you're
know I
right.
do.
You're right.
But this is where it is. Listen, you know what? We might lose one to Chicago. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Maybe one to them because but I think we sweep Colorado. I don't
Yeah.
think we lose Colorado. I just don't.
No, I
I
don't
just don't think
either.
it's gonna happen.
They're
But
dude. They're gonna have 100 losses this year.
dude, I just think this week. I think we lose one to Chicago. And I mean, depending on who's on the mound for that game, they haven't announced it yet. But
Okay.
um, yeah, I just think this week should be our week. Like
I mean,
it
you have
should.
in football, it's like a get right game. Like
Exactly.
it's these are two get right series. They don't
Yeah.
come around back to back like this very often. Got to take it while
Yeah.
you can get it.
You can.
Got to
You
take it
have
while you
to.
can get it.
And
Because I know we talked about we should have taken 3 or 1 and 3 from the Pirates, but they're a good team.
they are.
The two
Yeah.
teams coming into Philly this week are not.
They're not. And if
So
we struggle against them, then we should start to
we're in
worry a little
trouble.
bit. Yeah, we should start to worry a little bit. So those are my picks for the week. Easy and simple.
All right.
Let's go. Let's sweep, bro. We time to get
Give the
them brooms out,
brooms.
bro. I'm tired of it, dog. Tired of that, bro. Tired of it. It's time to set
Oh
the tone,
man.
man. Now.
Yeah, yeah.
I sound like a broken record because I feel like I keep saying this every week. I feel like this is like, all right, this is like where we go. We make the run. It's like, dude, we have to win like more than you have to win like
Yeah,
2 in a row, 3 in a row. Like we can't just be
yeah,
like winning one and then losing another one. It's just like back and forth, bro. It's just, like right now, dude, I will say this. As of right now, we are a 500 team.
yeah.
That is where we are.
But we're playing like one.
We are too. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that we are a 500 team, bro. That's as
Yeah,
of right now. We suck. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
We're not playing well, and we're just playing
But it's not
inconsistently.
even
It's
that we
like
suck. It's just like we're not playing up to our potential.
exactly, yeah.
That's
That
that's
if
what
you
I
want to put
think.
it like that. If you want to put it like that, go ahead. That's
Because a
fine.
team
I'm just
that
gonna.
sucks is like not going 500 for the rest of the season. Is my point.
Alright.
That's a team that sucks, in my opinion. I think there's a difference between us saying that we suck, which right now we do. You can say it all you want. I'm not
Yeah,
saying far be it from me to tell anybody how to care. I'm just saying like we have the potential to be good.
mhm,
Just right now, by our standards, is what I'm saying. By our standards, we suck. That's
yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say.
yeah. This is where we are.
I
This is
know.
where we are. Um. So yeah, we'll cap it off there. Real quick for those who listen, special guest next week.
Yep. We got some
Pretty exciting, and we're gonna
got
want
some
you
high
guys
hopes for this conversation.
high hopes. Putting out
I'll
some
leave it
hints
at
out
that.
there. Leave it at that. But we hope you guys get ready, tune in, and for that next week when when that drops and stuff, because that's gonna be an exciting episode.
It's gonna be a big one. I'm
We
excited.
we we can't wait. We can't
Oh
wait.
yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, as usual, like I always say, YouTube, make sure to subscribe if you haven't so far. Keep watching video recordings. Like, comment, subscribe. For audio podcast platforms, per usual, make sure to download button. Like I said last week, make sure to leave a review. Rate us. We really appreciate it.
All right, go Phils.
Go Phils. We out.